Hello, we live. Colossal Boxing Talk, all about boxing, episode one. I'm here with my cohorts, whatever however you said. Damn, Mike just jumped off. I mean, John just jumped off. Go ahead, Mike. Introduce yourself.
It's the one and only Smooth Cat.
All
And
right.
go ahead, Mr. Corleone.
Yes, I'm the Don Juan, Bishop Juan Corleone. Now, we're gonna talk about. We're gonna start off with. Or they go, John. Go ahead, introduce
I'm
yourself.
back,
Introduce yourself, new member.
everybody. A couple of y'all probably have seen me on a couple of the other hangouts. I just started a show. You don't know about shit. I mean, you don't know shit about boxing show. That I'm gonna be doing bi-weekly, but I'm just happy to be a part of the team. October couldn't get here soon enough, and I'm just ready to talk some boxing with some non-biased members of the group. Everybody's non-biased, so that's what makes CBT so great.
Yeah, fuck Galati Golovkin.
Oh, except for you towards Triple G.
Yeah, we gonna hop into the Nicholas
The
Waters.
casual conversation of the day.
Hop into Nicholas Waters versus O'Neal Donaire. How did you see that fight going down, Mike?
I mean, it went down basically like how I expected. I expected early on it to be a bit of a firefight, and I knew that Walters, being a bigger man, would eventually establish his size advantage, that jab, and and like I said on the video, I knew his power was legit, and I knew Nonito wasn't gonna stand up to it.
Go ahead, John.
I originally picked Walters by unanimous decision because I thought that Nonito's experience in bigger fights might, it might make Walters, a little bit more anxious than he normally would be because he didn't have that experience with him. There were a couple of shots that he missed. Like, there were times it was going to hurt him. So I've been just being a bigger guy, wear him down, and eventually win the fight by unanimous decision. I didn't see Nonito going down like he did, but I didn't see him getting dropped and stopping it. I knew he had a heart of a champion, so I really didn't see him getting knocked out in this fight, and it happened.
I observed the fight. It was just came down to one thing for me about picking Walters for the most part. He was just bigger and he punched harder. Nonito
And
Donaire
he
had
was listening to Smooth Cat.
Donaire was just smaller, coming up from a smaller weight class. And Walters just looked physically the part. He just looked physically bigger than him. And his confidence level was more higher than Nonito Donaire. He was carrying himself like he was carrying himself like he really didn't even care about the fight. I mean, he left Robert Garcia for his father. That could have made a difference, but just the size of the differential and the athletic ability of Walters, it was something
And
that
that underrated defense.
he got some straight defense when he wasn't trading left hooks. He wanted to trade left hooks
Man,
down there. He had the look of a killer in his eye too, Walters.
Yeah.
he looked like he was ready to die. When Nonito hit him, it's like, you gonna have to kill me. And Nonito
Yeah.
didn't have that same. He didn't have that same attitude. It was like, you hit me, and it was like Walters hit him and it hurt. But
You know what?
Walters was just like, man, I didn't feel nothing. I'm
Right.
on speed right now.
I remember in the third or fourth round, he popped Nonito with a hard jab, and as soon as he hit him, like a little cut opened up on Nonito's face. When he did that, I saw the look on Nonito like, oh shit. I was like, yeah, he finna go down soon. I knew it was only a matter of time.
The way he went down though in the epic run he had been on though, man, that was sad. Nonito Donaire was one of my favorite fighters, dog. He
He's
was on
still one of
an
my
epic run.
favorites.
He just it didn't seem like he got old. All his athletic ability still there. It seemed like he lost his fire.
No,
You know what it may be?
Rigondeaux. Rigondeaux took something from him mentally.
Maybe it wasn't Rigondeaux because with training for Rigondeaux, remember his wife was pregnant, Maybe having
Right.
a kid makes him believe, you know what, I got something to go home to now. I mean, it is different being a father. I'm not sure what it's like being a father, a professional boxer, and a father, but maybe that's taking a little bit of fire, and there's nothing wrong. Hello?
Yeah, we still here.
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'll say like this. Something else that was kind of, I think, was overlooked in the fight was Walter's body work.
Oh
Man,
yeah, he was going to the
he
body.
was landing some nice
You
shots.
know what? No, Neil Denier had that left hook to the body going too. That was a solid punch he had going. He
You
just
know what?
stopped doing
He stopped throwing it after the third round, though. That's what got me. I'm like, why you stop?
Man, look, people stop because they eventually they getting hit with something that they don't
Yep.
like.
Mm-hmm.
it. He got hit with some.
Them left hooks and them straight rights wasn't playing no games.
All right, let's hop into Gennady Gennadovich Golovkin versus Rubio recap. This would be short and sweet.
Well, very short and sweet. They came out first round. It was looking like it could have potentially turned into a firefight. Second round, Rubio's chin wasn't up to the task of taking Golovkin's power.
Give me that bullshit. Rubio just collected his check and laid down.
Hey.
It's a disturbing trend about Garcia fighters. That I'm starting to notice is that maybe they're missing Alex Ariza a little bit, because I mean they're coming in overweight. They don't seem like they don't seem like they have the win. It didn't lose going fire out of these guys that I once was. So I don't know. I'll leave that up to y'all, but I definitely see something missing with Ariza being gone.
You know something? Like something else with that fight. Now I'll say like this. I feel Rubio could have got up, but then it looked like he had the face like the memes say, "Nah, I'm good, bro." It looked like he had the nah, I don't want to.
Look, the way he went down though, dog. The way it was all this, like he was flopping, like he just went down like a little punk.
You know what?
And then the way he tried to get back up, he was like 7, 8, 9. He tried to get up right at 9 real fast. That was, man, he was mentally out of that fight, dog. That power, as soon as he touched that Golovkin power, that uppercut was really did it, dog.
Right, the uppercut.
That uppercut he landed, that was once he felt that uppercut, he didn't want no more to be in that ring, no more. That uppercut, I seen his face up there.
Oh my God!
I was thinking the same thing, John.
But yeah, that's as far as I pretty much. I just when he got hit with that uppercut, it was over with. That should have been a knockout punch.
Okay. So, hey, like you say, the Golovkin thing, it's safe to say that I don't feel that there is anybody at 160 who's gonna beat him. It's guys who can give him a tough fight, but I don't think there's nobody at 160 to beat him.
I would caution to say is I think Martin Murray can give him a hell of a fight. He's a big guy.
But Martin Murray is his potential opponent for February if he don't turn this fight down for a whopping 4th time.
I think Martin Murray can complete the mission a little bit. He probably get knocked out too, but he a big, strong motherfucker.
True. He is a big, strong guy, but
man, I think everybody
if you look at Murray, he's a bit robotic at times.
So is Triple G.
But the difference with Triple G, he's a thinker.
Man,
yeah,
Murray isn't a thinker on that level.
Man, Triple G whoops everybody's ass at 160. That's why, I mean, honestly, you can see, like, I know that they're talking about Cotto wants Triple G. No, he doesn't.
That nigga gonna make it.
You know what, though? I can't go there because Cotto always been ready and willing to fight any and everybody. So I'm not gonna say he's scared unless the situation.
Okay, I'm not gonna say Cotto's scared because Cotto's a G. Cotto will fight anybody. But I'm
Right.
gonna tell you, Roach really don't want that fight. Like you can
Right.
always tell when Roach is kind of blowing smoke, and I think that Triple G talk is Roach blowing smoke. Honestly,
But it possibly can be.
He don't want that fight for real. He don't deserve. He don't even deserve that type of ass whooping.
Hey, hey, uh,
He don't
but
deserve
hey,
that
let's
type.
look at it like this. So now, I think if Canelo win, I think Canelo will jump right into it.
oh, I think Canelo will fight him. Yeah, I think Canelo would. Canelo will get whooped too, but I think Canelo will fight him.
Hey,
Canelo get retired in that bit.
huh?
Canelo get retired.
Oh, damn. Hey, he a little too young to be talking about retirement.
That's how many years that ass whooping gonna put on his ass.
No, you know what though? I'll say it like this. Honestly, I mean, you got to be a little bit objective with it. I think it'd be 50-50. You can start it off at
Oh,
50-50,
get the fuck out of
maybe
here.
55-45, something like that.
99.9% to 0.001%. Ain't no way Canelo beating him, dog. I don't care what he said. He ain't got the ability to box on the back. That fight ended faster than the Marco Antonio Rubio fight did.
I doubt that.
No.
Nah, I went in that fast. Now Canelo, I think Canelo's a much better fighter than the guys he's been fighting. And Canelo at least has the experience of being in the ring with them and sparring a little bit. So he might know little things that like a Rubio wouldn't know.
True. Like maybe a certain punch offsets what GGG's doing or something. Who knows? But like you say, sparring them that does give you a good insight of what they got.
Canelo was on a fucking respirator doing when they sparred.
You see, he was what?
He was on a respirator.
Hey, but you know something though? That's like you say from the rumors and stuff going around. Golovkin dropped Kovalev with a body shot. From
Yeah, that's
the
all
rumors,
right about that.
and that's a hell of a feat.
I think it's true because Kovalev be kind of is much of a gentleman when he's next to Triple G, if you know what I mean.
Right. I agree, John. I believe it too.
Man, Kovalev beat that nigga ass in the ring for real. Tell his ass move to 175. Let's see what happens.
Right, but why would he jump up and do that? Just
Even
out
if
the
he
blue.
did, no, Kovalev, like from what I saw, man, Kovalev is like this dude is the real deal. Like he for real. He punch hard. Like
Yeah,
if
he
I'm not
does.
mistaken, didn't he say he was like the hardest puncher or something?
You said what?
Didn't like Kovalev say that he was the hardest puncher or something? That he's like the hardest punch he's taken or something?
Golovkin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kovalev said Golovkin is the hardest puncher he ever sparred or fought with.
He probably had them big old gloves on too.
Right. Which makes it even more of an impressive feat. You wearing 12-ounce gloves and you still hitting like a heavyweight.
Look, he didn't wear them
Damn.
Everlast MXs. The Max Everlast gloves that Madonna was wearing. That nigga be
Man.
illegal in the ring.
Yeah.
You know what though? Hey, Rubio had them gloves on.
I know. I told y'all that he had them same wrinkled ass gloves on.
It didn't matter.
It showed.
Not one bit.
And Triple G had on the Grant.
Yep.
Still whooped him.
The non-puncher gloves.
Yeah, what y'all think about the triple header card Showtime putting on December 13th?
Man, that card gonna be off the chain. I ain't gonna tell no lie. I'm definitely gonna try to be in the building for that one.
That's the best card. That's the best card so far this fall.
That's the best card this year so far, man. This year's been so disappointing, man. It's good to see that finally.
Very disappointing.
It's a good card finally. Like it took all year for a card to get put together. Finally.
Hey, that's like, you know what? I think honestly the most interesting fight on that card is Jermell Charlo versus Demetrius Andrade. That's the most interesting fight.
Yeah, it's closer with Devin and
I agree
too, but I give it to Carlo Andrade.
I agree.
Now I'm interested in Devin and Amir Khan too. But now the thing with them is I kind of got all pumped up for them last year, so I'm a little like I'm pumped, but I'm more pumped for the two young unbeaten guys to get in there with each other.
Absolutely, both of these guys, both of them are hungry, and the thing is, they're fighting at a chance of they're fighting for that Canelo fight.
Well,
they're
yes,
fighting
sir,
to get in the ring with Canelo.
Man, he don't want no parts.
He's not gonna fight both of them. He's only gonna fight one of them.
Andrade had been knocked it out. He gonna do Charlo.
That's their only each other.
He gonna do Charlo like that. He gonna come in, bop, 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 bop. Down goes Charlo. Canelo.
I mean, I disagree with that. That's a fight that could go either way.
Yeah, it could. I think Andrade a little bit faster, a little bit more athletic, but I think Jermell Charlo has the better boxing skills. He has he's more fluid than Andrade.
Yeah, I was definitely say he's a lot. I mean, not a lot, but he's more technical than Andrade is.
Yeah.
I think he's faster than Andrade.
I don't know.
He might be faster in his movements. Hand speed, I think, than Andrade.
The hand speed Andrade got is unbelievable.
I mean, true. He's very fast, but
did Al Haymon sign Andrade?
No.
Well,
good.
He said good.
He'll get robbed.
Well, I ain't gonna go there. I think it'll be a fair decision. I think if Andrade goes in there and win the fight, I think they'll give it to him. But if Charlo goes in there and boxes his ears off, I think Charlo will get it.
I could see it. It's an odd reason.
You can see what?
I mean, to me, it's a 50-50 fight. I could see a draw.
I hope not.
And here's the funny thing is, I could see a draw between these two, and they'll never fight again.
Yep.
Kind of like Winky Wright and Jermaine Taylor.
Winky Wright won that fight. That was some bullshit. I remember that fight.
Winky did win that fight.
It was. He did win.
That fight like it was yesterday, dog.
But why didn't they?
The crazy thing about that, though.
But here's the thing: 2 Black Americans, dude. 2 Black Americans. You got 2 Black Americans in this fight too.
Right.
Well, yeah, I remember that fight, man. I couldn't stand Jermaine Taylor after he beat Bernard Hopkins. I hated that nigga, dog.
Me too.
I couldn't stand that nigga, dog.
You know what? I ain't trying to be funny. I've always respected Taylor, but I still don't feel he won either one of those fights with B-Hop. I still don't.
I don't either. Well, I think he won the second one. The first one, I think B-Hop won convincingly.
I don't think he won either one. I do.
Were they on pay-per-view one day?
One was.
One was.
Actually, both of them were. Both of them were, yeah.
Hey, I thought number 2 was on HBO Boxing. No.
It wasn't.
I'm thinking about Pavlik and Taylor. My fault.
Oh, that was ass open too.
Oh man, of massive proportions.
I saw that coming. I saw it coming before. Like my homeboy will tell you. I was like, yo. He was like, who you got? I said, man, I think Kelly Pavlik is a blue collar worker, man. I said, you always got to go with the blue collar guy. He thought I was crazy, and then Kelly went there and whooped him.
Yeah, he did.
He ain't do shit after that. Martinez beat that ass.
Sure.
No, you know what?
Actually, he didn't beat
B-Hop ruined
beat
him.
his ass, but he beat him.
He destroyed his face.
B-Hop ruined Pavlik in my opinion.
Yeah, B-Hop whooped his ass.
Because B-Hop sat there, he made him come up to, I think it was like 170, and man, he dog walked him, man.
He ruined him.
He did. He was still an executioner then too.
He ruined Tarver too.
He ruined who?
Tarver.
Tarver went on a little winning streak after B-Hop though. I think he won like about 4 fights in a row after he lost to B-Hop. Cause he was kept pulling for the rematch.
The funniest shit about Tarver, dog, is when he knocked out Roy Jones and they was interviewing him after the knockout. And he couldn't believe he knocked that nigga out. That shit was funny.
No, you know
he was like, I threw a nice little something, And then he was like, oh shit, I did knock him out. He couldn't even believe he knocked out. That shit was funny. If y'all got YouTube, look that shit up, dog.
No, you know what? Hey, but I'll say this as a Roy Jones fan. Now that fight didn't too much mess with me, but when Glenn Johnson knocked him out, that I was like, oh shit, Roy need to hang him up.
Man, when Tarver knocked him out, yo, that was the single most depressed I've been about a boxing match ever.
Yep.
I was depressed. I remember seeing Tarver on TV, dog. I had to turn the channel. I couldn't watch anything. He was on BET one time, and I just didn't watch BET for like a week.
No, you know what? I remember who was that? Hey, now I'm gonna tell you a fight that had me depressed. I remember sitting there. I was talking mad shit to everybody about Fernando Vargas is gonna whoop Oscar De La Hoya.
Oh hell no! Vargas lost to Winky to me. I saw him fight Winky a long time ago. I thought Winky whooped him. So
you know what? It was close, but they gave it to Vargas because Vargas was the more popular guy.
Yeah.
But in the De La Hoya fight, it's like he came out the first round. He was doing okay. Then it's like De La Hoya started overwhelming him after that. And then they said that they had De La Hoya. I remember like it was yesterday. He came on, I think it was Channel 7 or something. Like you said, I had to turn the channel. I wasn't watching nothing that said Oscar De La Hoya on it. I couldn't stand Oscar after doing that to my boy.
Yo, I hated Oscar before then, but I knew he was gonna whoop Vargas' ass. I just knew it.
Man, I had a blind faith in Vargas. I just knew Vargas was the most underrated fighter of all time, and man, did he prove me wrong. Hey, no disrespect to you, Fernando, if you watching this, but it's true. You was one of my favorite fighters, and man.
Man, all his fights were good to me though. Like
True.
they were all very entertaining.
But
I will say this.
Hey,
Was epic.
What'd you say?
When Trinidad beat his ass was epic.
You know what? Hey, Trinidad, he was like cheating in that fight to me. He throwing low blows and shit. He was doing every damn thing possible in that fight.
So on to the next one. What else we talking about tonight, fellas?
Amir Khan versus Mr. Alexander.
Oh, yeah, yes, sir.
I look at that fight as a 50-50 fight. It depends on.
I agree.
That's one of the ones. It's gonna come down to a few things. Now is Devin gonna let Amir Khan dictate the pace? And second, if Devin dictates the pace, can Amir Khan adapt, or will Amir Khan be lost? Dealing with a southpaw, because he hasn't fought many southpaws.
I think it's going to be a snooze match.
It's going to be a what?
I think it's going to be a snooze fest. I mean, Amir Khan, like, his new style is a lot of holding. I think Devin does a lot of holding. I think it's going to be a lot of fighting inside the clinch. I don't think it's going to be that technical. And it's going to be, I don't know. It's going to be pretty hard to score, I think. But if Khan keeps him on the end of that jab, doesn't let Devin get close, I think he can win fairly easy. But if it gets ugly and, you know, it comes down to scratching and clawing, I could definitely see Devin walking away with the victory.
Yeah, I like how you touched on the jabs. This is going to be whoever established that jab, because Devin got a beautiful jab, too.
True. Now you know something else in this. Another factor is, can Devin Alexander crack the crack that chin?
He got some power. He got a little bit of power.
Right. I mean, we seen flashes of his power at 147.
Yeah, but sometimes he smothers his shots, though, and that's what I'm a little worried about. Smothering his own shots and not really getting the extension on it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And you know something else too. Now, I wonder how Devin gonna deal with Amir Khan's speed too.
Devin got speed.
Yeah, no,
Huh?
He has no choice but to make it ugly. Amir don't like fights like that. I mean, yeah, I mean he really don't. I mean, really, if you look at the Lamont Peterson fight, obviously you look at it and it's like, oh, I mean, it's somebody else. He didn't necessarily like being in the position that he was. So I think if Devin can actually get in the inside and do some work, he could be pretty successful.
Yep. And anything else y'all want to talk about before we go?
All right, Mr. JG, give us the topic, brother.
One thing we talked about Skirt. About I guess we didn't really touch on the topic about him trying to shut his dad up.
Floyd.
That's one thing. Yeah.
Man, let me touch on that. That is a bitch move, dog. Like, you gonna fight your own family, dog? Like, what type of bitch nigga is you?
You know what? I'll say this, and I'm pretty sure y'all can agree with me on this. In any neighborhood in any ghetto around the world, Floyd Mayweather will be looked at as a damn coward for the type of acts he's doing. Am I right? You sit there, hey, you talk stuff about a guy, but y'all not fighting. And you constantly then you go into your family members like, oh well, if you mention this man's name around me again, you're getting fired. That sound like what's dude name off Menace to Society, the one who came beat with the gun.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
He beat him with the gun. His boy was like, oh man, this ass over here. This is like what Kane was doing to you. Man, don't mention Kane's name in my house. Man, the hell was that? You remember that?
Yeah.
I remember
that. That's what this Floyd situation seemed like to me.
Yeah,
That's exactly what it's come across.
It seems a little scary to me. I mean, especially since his father been really the number one advocate for him as far as Manny Pacquiao. Exactly. I mean, when Floyd wouldn't say he does Pacquiao was doing something, his father was the one doing that, and then he kind of hid behind his father, like, I'm not the one saying it, you can sue me, but I'm not. I mean, it's my father and I guess his uncle. Both of them was on his forefront and got a lot of people believing that. Now, you want to shut these dudes up now that they want this fight to happen, both of them, and then you just firing everybody. Like, at some point, you gotta look in the mirror, dude, and say, I'm fine. I'm getting rid of everybody that's really been loyal to me.
Exactly. You know what? Like another thing that threw me off too. That's like when Stephen A. Smith mentioned his opinion. You go off at Stephen A. Smith, and I sat there. I looked at it. I was like, I mean, well, you felt like you was attacked. So as a man, you responded. But dude, I mean, you I don't know. He acting kind of like a woman to me a little bit. And I don't mean to disrespect him because, like I said, right. I mean, like I said, I don't mean to disrespect him. True, he a great fighter, but dude, I mean, you can't be acting like a woman, and then you want full respect. I mean, it just don't go in the same line to me.
Nah.
Yeah, he's thinking about continuing extending his contract and keep fighting on.
I heard that too.
Man, honestly, man, I love what he brings to the game. I love his technical abilities, but at this point, man, I think that the sport will be better once he and Manny Pacquiao retire. I mean, it would be great if they could fight each other and go out like that. But I mean, and 140 is waiting to just pop off. But because you got these two top guys not fighting each other, you got other top guys not fighting each other.
Exactly.
And it's all the money in the world to be made, in the boxing world can be happy. But I mean, when you got the two top guys not fighting each other, what's my incentive as a young guy who's a prospect who's going to be the next Floyd? What's my incentive to fight somebody?
True.
I agree. And you know what, another thing that get me, anytime, like you said, you on record saying if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. The biggest fight in boxing, it makes the dollars. Why don't it make sense? And please don't get me wrong. Like I know him and Arum had they pass, but dude, you can overlook that by now. Arum isn't getting none of your money. Arum is getting some of Pacquiao money. I mean, like why are you trying to have jurisdiction over everything?
I agree. It's a power trip. Now, I don't know what that comes from. If it comes from not being hugged enough as a kid or whatnot, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in a position to have all the money that he has. At the end of the day, I mean, if it is about money, that's the biggest money you can get. For the least amount of work. I mean, not the least amount of work, but that's one fight. I mean, in order to make that much money, that you're gonna make for the Pacquiao fight, you got to fight twice. So, I mean, you can fight him twice, and that's enough for 4 fights.
Exactly. And like you say, I think style wise, I still think that'd be a good fight style wise. Like you say, maybe, but I believe that Pacquiao can give him problems. I do. But Mayweather should definitely be the favorite because he still looks he looks better than Pacquiao's been looking of late.
Yeah, very true. But we're gonna ahead and wrap this up. I got to go. This your boy Goodfella shooting a salute. We out. Go ahead, y'all.
Peace.
Smooth cat out.